happening?
Oh, we are prepping for a very exciting day. You and I are going to hit the streets. It's amazing stuff. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I am excited.
We are heading to Shoreditch Town to interview some people Vox Pop style on the streets. We're asking them about Gen Z, what they think that is, their opinion on it. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be fun, high energy. It's a new thing that we're trying out. It's going to be a new series. We're not going to be cautious. We're just going to go in all guns blazing. Try and ruffle some feathers, I think. Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time? Do you have an opinion about Gen Z?
What's that?
What is that?
Yeah, exactly, what's that?
It's a class of people born after 1996. Do you know anything about them?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No knowledge. How many social channels do you maintain for yourself?
I have a business page, my normal Facebook, but I don't use it anymore, my Instagram, my business Instagram, and then loads of other little accounts.
Just a personal account. 2 Instagram accounts, 2 Twitters and 2 Facebooks. 4, but 3 that I actually use.
I've got about 5 maybe.
You keep on top of them all?
My actual personal Instagram, I haven't posted since July 2018.
Would you want to take a snap?
See, I would love to actually. Oh my, have you seen the time?
How many social media accounts do you have?
All of them basically, but my job is skews it massively because I sign up to them immediately.
Is going onto these platforms when they emerge first the best thing to do?
I think going on everything's not necessarily the best solution. If it doesn't fit your target audience or you have the time to do it, doing something half-assed is not good. If you know the platform's going to go somewhere, put effort into becoming one of those early creators and you're going to see the benefits.
Yeah, I think getting an understanding about exactly how it operates. TikTok I was so early on. It's a fascinating platform. Like, it was something that was quite obvious it was going to do quite well because it was providing value for an age group that didn't really have that value before.
There are so many different social platforms that come about and you never know which one's going to be the one to take off. I appreciate that there is like some value in being the first one there, but it's a waste of resources if the platform never becomes anything.
There's a balance because there are hundreds of new platforms, so you can't join everything. Every 2 years there'll be a new proper global network that appears, and every 2 years one of the big ones will start to taper off. Some brands are going to innovate faster than others, so they are going to lead and others are going to follow. But once you hit that 250, 300 million, 400, 500 million, you start to get the network benefits of a social network. Each one has to have its own reason to exist. The beauty of social is you still get all of those niche communities, but you can walk from one room to the next in a scroll. Right? Whereas on the internet, unless you're going to have your 50 tabs up, like, it's actually not a very easy experience. Social networks literally exist to solve that problem.
Let me just ask Felix about the meeting.
Mate, they can't still, are they?
They're not still here, right? Unless they're under the table.
Been very interesting. Sworn to secrecy, mate.
You're sworn to secrecy.
Been sat in a boardroom with 8 or 9 people all afternoon. Agency pitches are normally, or big agency pitches, are normally split into 2 parts. So you've got the first pitch, which is normally like a top line pitch to the client, but this is the idea. If you're successful with that, you get put through to a second round pitch stage. Normally you have about 7 to 10 working days to change and take on the feedback from the client to change your pitch and your idea into what it should be for the final pitch, the second round pitch. That's what we've been working on today. We're in that middle phase between first round pitch, getting put through to the last 3, and then our final round pitch, which will be end of next week. We're kind of working as a team, looking at what that actually needs to look like, what the bits we need to focus on, look at all the feedback, go through the feedback, be honest with ourselves about what we didn't do so well, what we weren't so detailed on, and really focus. We have to do that quite a lot now because there's a lot of bigger pitches we're involved in that make up a lot longer contracts, whereas before we were doing lots of short, sharp contracts, and now we're doing things that last 6 to 18 months. That requires a lot more effort up front in order to make the brand super clear about what they're buying. The first year was literally nobody did it, and if they did, they were doing the same as us, which was stumbling across a gold mine. Year 1 into this business, it was just purely educating everyone that they should do it. Year 2, a few more people believing in us, or at least taking a punt, a few more brands going into it, a few brands that you've probably heard of. And then year 3, brands beginning to spend good money, but over short periods of time, seeing it still very much as an end of the funnel piece of the puzzle. So they've already worked out all the rest of their marketing strategy, and now, we need to do influencers, so we're just going to pin it to the end. Year 4, influencers coming up that funnel, starting to become more part of the conversation. Yeah, it's still pinned relatively to the end of any budget decisions. And then year 5, what we're already seeing in the last 3 months, people are starting to do deals year long, 18 months long, 3 years long, proper advertising deals, because they know this isn't a fad, this is something that generates genuine ROI, something that they need, and it's something that they can actually generate decent amount of traction across other media channels. There's so many different things that they can increase because of influencer marketing being the content creators that they are. Super busy day. I've been locked in a room for what feels like 6 hours. I say what feels like 6 hours, literally 6 hours,
I
but
think it was.
super valuable. Had a busy morning, lots of quickfire meetings, and then one long meeting that went from 12 till 6. Just had a podcast. That was great. Like, I feel I'm back in the podcast spirit in 2020 because we had a series of time in late 2019 where I was on a podcast every single night. But yeah, great day. Really, really excited, to be honest. There's so much going on around us. So many things moving forward. Obviously a huge client win end of last week. Just brilliant. But yeah, thanks very much for watching and we'll see you tomorrow.
He's listening to Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
He's pretending to be on the phone, but he's listening to Mariah Carey.